This game is like a bullet hell shooter with some roguelike progression and interesting mechanics that make it stand out. Chances are that if you like games that allow you to go for crazy builds, then you will enjoy this as well. The main thing that makes it different is how the guns work. You have two guns, one in your left hand and one in your right. And when you empty one gun, it transfers the ammunition to the other gun. So you are naturally constantly switching between them, which creates a nice rhythm to the combat. The game is pretty straightforward in concept. You begin in your hub area where you can practice a bit on some dummies and take a look at all the different progression systems and collectibles you can unlock. Most of your time will be spent in an arena fighting waves of enemies. After each wave you can pick passive upgrades and modify your guns. You can add all sorts of weird and interesting effects to them and create some synergies between your weapons. To give you some examples, you can make bullets pierce through enemies, make them explode if certain conditions are met, make the bullets split when they hit something, and let elements interact with each other to create even more powerful effects. You can also add runes to your weapons which change how they work even more. The progression system is as follows. During runs you will collect gold which you can spend on permanent upgrades in the hub area. These upgrades do things like increasing health potion drop rates, giving you a companion that collects gold for you, or letting you re-roll upgrade options during runs. You can also unlock new weapon types like a rocket launcher. The combat itself is fast paced and can get pretty chaotic, which is exactly what we want from a game like this. The game has different arenas to fight in and 6 different bosses to take on. What's nice is how the different systems interact. If you get an ability that makes enemies explode when they die from poison, then you will want to modify your guns to apply poison damage, for example. The game also has this risk-reward element where you can sometimes trade health for power or make other sacrifices. The game has some quality of life features like a dummy in the practice area that shows you how much damage you are doing, so you can actually see how your different builds perform. The only thing I could see needs some improvement is that in-run progression seems to hit a wall after a while, since you are just swapping parts instead of directly upgrading them. So this is the kind of game that lets you just jump in for a quick run. And the developer told me the price is gonna be just about $9 with an additional launch discount. And that sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.